Today we're here to talk about the Bayside Hoyas and our 9-year anniversary this February 2022. It's been 9 years since the inception of the Bayside Hoyas, which actually happened February 2013 with myself and two other co-founders. Over this time, what we have did was kind of grown the organization because when we first started, we were the program that had a bunch of youth, had kids playing basketball, doing civic responsibility. And what we found out was being a youth program, and I mean this in the most humble way, a dominant youth program, you reach a ceiling of how you can affect your community. You can only do so many hours community service. You can only give so many pep speeches about good grades. You can only talk about preparing kids for the real world so many times and not be able to change your speech to fit the times. So what we started to kind of go through in the Bayside Hoyas is a lot of these youth, male, female, white, black, we were getting fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. And we kind of took these kids to being young adults, 21, 22, 23, 24 years of age. In the beginning, we will always rotate youth. But what we come to find out is when you rotate youth, you forget about the ones that kind of transitioned out. And we didn't want that to be the stigma or what we come to find out the norm with a lot of programs that deal with the youth is kids cycle out. We want that relationship to always be a lifelong relationship because when we say Hoyas versus everybody or Hoyas or nothing, we really mean that. And so what that did was put myself in a mindset of thinking about strategically how do we improve the Hoyas and how do we move along. And some of the things we came up with, and this actually came from a day one Bayside Hoya, Jay Sean Freeman. So we're talking, and he like, so what's the next move for the Hoyas? And I'm like, well, I kind of don't want to start over because you all are kind of cycling out, and I got to go fourth and fifth grade again, and I just don't got the patience for that younger age bracket right now. And a lot of the things I was teaching at the moment wouldn't sink in to that age. And Jay Sean said this to me. To this day, I have never forget how I changed directions based on this conversation. He said, you taught me the cycle game is every 4 years. High school, every 4 years. You know what else every 4 years? And I snap a joke, of course, what? The length of your hair? Like how often you wash? He was like, nah, college. And I looked at him. I was like, what do you mean college, Jay Sean? He was like, college recycles every 4 years. You work at the college, don't you? I was like, I work with the college, yes. He was like, Washington College got kids coming every 4 years. So instead of thinking about high school age, you're still helping young adults. You ever thought about making it like 24 and under because you can recycle them? I looked at him and I said, you don't know what you just said. He was like, man, I told you I'm smart. I'm in college now. So, we laugh about it. But that was the first time I strategically started to thinking about altering the direction of the Hoyas. Not really altering our mission statement because it is still helping our youth achieve success. It was more so about not forgetting the foundation and the roots of the kids that we started with and just let them cycle out into adulthood and we're not there for them. So if people have noticed, the Hoyas' relationship with Washington College has been growing immensely over the last 3 to 4 years. And that's because I'm working more with the student body who cycle out every 4 years. Also with the Hoyas coming into our 9-year anniversary, what we also started looking at more is a little bit of financial stability. If you had a chance to watch the Young Swag and Bayside Hoyas documentary, make sure you go check that out on YouTube. But that documentary, and once again, a big shout out to Young Swag, who's doing great things. He just got, about a month ago, accepted to be in one of the Washington Wizards dancers. So shout out to Young Swag for that, for sure. But what a lot of people don't understand, when we done that documentary with Young Swag, it came with a financial consultant who showed us about things like stocks and endowments. So that way, our nonprofit generates money constantly every day for us to not be able for us to be able to go into the community and do more work, because we're spending a dramatic amount of less time asking for donations or essentially begging for donations. So, with that strategic mindset, we're looking to have not only the Hoyas be funded and sustained over years, but it's when to launch a program, when to launch something that has meaningful impact. And to see these kids that I've affected, and when I say I mean the Bayside Hoyas organization, have affected over the years, to just see their growth is a real testament to myself, the co-founders and board members of the past, all the youth that have cycled through, that we can be here for 9 years in this community and fill a void that was here that no one cared about. But what I wanted to do is invite you as a community member. Yes, I'm talking to you. Invite the community out to 2 big events that the Bayside Hoyas are sponsoring this year. The first event is Saturday, April 16th. We are doing an Easter egg extravaganza event for the community. There's going to be music, food, a big Easter hunt, and a magician. We're doing that in partnership with Washington College. It will be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the big green field at Washington College. And then the Bayside Hoyas in June will be sponsoring this year's 2022 Juneteenth event. And the theme is the Frederick Douglass Day of Acknowledgement. That celebration will be huge. We have a lot of things lined up for that already. We have community awards we're going to be giving out. We have a Frederick Douglass reenactor. We have a magician for that as well. We're going to have a host of food, events, and things around that. That day is a 2-day event. Friday, June 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. will be at Fountain Park in Chestertown. And then the ceremonial day will be Saturday, June 18th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Wilmer Park. So thank you all for coming and learning more about the Bayside Hoyas, and we continue to work with our community and help our youth achieve success. Thank you.